Hello, I'm Andrew Dunlap, welcoming you to another installment where I interview the biggest names in Muskie sports. This week, we talk to Trent Newby, starting forward for the men's soccer team, as he looks to not only rebuild this team, but himself after coming off a season-ending injury last year. Hello all, once again, I'm here with this week's guest, Trent Newby. Hey, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about you're already here. You've been here for a few years. And when you first started out here in Muskingum as a freshman, you led your team in scoring with a grand total of like 6 goals that year. And even this year, we're not even halfway through the season, and you're already leading the team again, but with 7 goals. How is it that you are able to impact the game while you're doing it out there?
It's just good placement, really. Our team just has a certain thing that we need to do, and one of the things is look forward to me, who got put in the forward position. So we just all go out and do what we need to do, and my job is to score goals. So that's what I'm up there to do.
So I know, like there has to be some sort of key communication between you and teammates. How do you get like good passing, good chemistry like that going?
That is a real challenge on the field. Just since not everybody's from the same area, we don't all have the same movements, so it really takes a lot of practice for the first couple weeks of preseason to really get your teammates down, know what kind of moves they're gonna make, and then on the field you just gotta repeat the exact same thing we do at practice.
Okay. And last year you played the first few games of the season, and then you came down with a season-ending injury that took you out. And what was the injury again?
I broke my left collarbone.
What was some of the main? How did it feel to be out? Just be there on the practice fields and know you couldn't go out and play with your team?
It was a little heartbreaking, to say the least. Haven't had that many season-ending injuries, but I mean, I did everything I could. I just went out, supported the guys who were going to play, and just tried to help as much as I could. Just coaching the guy whoever was taking the forward role, I tried to just tell him what I would do and see if I could help, like, coach them a little bit, but not too much I can do from the sidelines.
You basically played like an assistant coach role in a way?
In a way, yes. I guess I sort of did. I just tried to, since you said like I was leading goal scorer freshman year, I just tried to just tell them what I would do and gave them sort of the choice. If they wanted to listen to me, they could. If not, they could do what they wanted.
All right. Well, what were the other things you were doing while you were on this break? You obviously had some more free time on your hands.
That I did. I had much more free time. It was really just down to making sure I could get better for this season. It was physical therapy. It was getting the strength back in my arm, since I wasn't allowed to do anything for probably 3 or 4 months. So it was just trying to regain that strength and that endurance to get ready for this season.
And when were you able to get back out there on the field?
I wasn't eligible for the spring season, but I just started back up this year. Was the first time I really got back on the field. Okay.
This season, it seems like you're doing pretty well out there. But did you ever feel like you were showing any signs of rust?
For the first week, probably I could feel it. I was a little slower than most of the guys. I was a little out of whack. But since we got a couple weeks of preseason, I got off that rust and we got on the horse for the season to start.
And yeah, now that you're starting to face some OAC competition at this point in the season. Well, what are some of the big challenges of facing teams in the OAC?
One of the big challenges is that they really get to see what we're going to be doing up until this point. So we're already halfway through the year. I've had 7 goals. So they're going to be telling their defenders to look out for me up top. So it's going to be a little bit harder to score because they're already going to have a name to the number and going to know who they need to mark and who they need to stick with for the entire game. And I'll probably be on that radar.
Is there any way this might be my last question, but is there any way how you're getting since you're having so much trouble out forward, is there any way you're trying to get your teammates involved? I mean, according to the statistics you have so far this year, you have no assist.
I do not. I guess that really doesn't come from me up top. I just have to make runs, or I need to get the defenders to guard me, which will open up gaps for my teammates who can make those plays in the gaps that I'll make. So it's not really me getting the ball, it's me just taking defenders away with me.
Oh, okay. And I think that's all the questions I have for you. Thanks for coming in, and thank you all for tuning in. If you want, you can follow us on Twitter or check out more content on Orbit Media Online. See you next time.